Yes, a $2,000 fourth stimulus check is still very possible. I have all the details and everything you need to know right here in this video. Let's get right into it. So we've been asking Congress for a $2,000 focused stimulus check on about 50 million low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries. That would total about $100 billion to send out $2,000 to 15 million people. It's a lot of money, but in the eyes of the federal government, it's really not that much money. President Biden has come out talking that he's going to potentially be canceling $10,000 of federal student loan debt per borrower for about 43 million people. This could actually equate to $373 billion that will be wiped off the table literally with just a signature. The president could use executive order to completely cancel $373 billion of federal student loan debt, $10,000 apiece for 43 million people. Basically, we're asking for nearly 1/4 of the amount of money that's about to be wiped off the table with one little signature. If any of us were ever given or handed $100 billion today, we could have a hard time even spending that money. It could be very hard to spend $100 billion for any of us. You might think, oh, I buy an island. Well, an island only costs like $100 million. You know what I mean? I mean $100 million is ridiculous amounts of money. Considering they're about to cancel nearly 4 times that in basically no effort at all, it couldn't be that hard for them to issue $100 billion. Just a couple of days ago, Congress started talking about bringing back the next version of the reconciliation bill. What does the reconciliation bill mean? Well, this is exactly the same type of bill that was passed about a year ago, back in March of 2021, that contained $1.9 trillion of spending and about $400 billion of that. It was just a little bit less than $400 billion, just about that much was allocated towards $1,400 stimulus checks for 171 million households, which encompassed about 282 million people that received the checks. 85% of the population got those checks last year. Again, this is something that can be done through reconciliation. We do know that between now and about early August, Congress put out a timeline, and it's very rare that they actually meet their timelines. So they might put on a timeline, say in August, but realistically it could be September or October by the time they actually get something done. Many lawmakers out there right now are focused on the next package, the reconciliation bill, which they want to get done before their August recess, which is generally around the end of the first week of August, usually around the 7th through the 9th. Around there is usually when they head out for in few weeks on their summer vacation. So within the reconciliation bill, they can avoid virtually anything that they wanted. Last year in the reconciliation bill, $1.9 trillion, $1,400 stimulus checks. They also had ongoing monthly payments for about 36 to 38 million families as a result of the child tax credit payments. The child tax credit payments are in advance on refundable child tax credit, refund on your tax return. So there's a lot of flexibility here. Congress has a ton of power, they have a ton of leverage, they have all the authority to do whatever they want once they get it through Congress. And Democrats have full control right now of the House, the Senate, and of course the presidency, right? So if they can get through Congress, you better believe the president is going to sign it. Because the biggest hurdle in front of them right now is essentially getting through things through the Senate. The House usually is pretty much a rubber stamp. The Senate is a little bit more of a hurdle. That's like a 6-foot jump. So anyway, they can get anything done that they want here between now and essentially whatever happens with the midterm elections. But even then, whatever happens with the midterm elections, they still have a couple more months to go until the actual takeover or whatever happens with the House in the Senate. If anything were to happen, as far as if Democrats lose control of the House or the Senate, they could still have a couple of months to go prior to the actual exchange of that power after the midterm elections. The midterm elections are coming up. Democrats understand just as well as we do that in the event that they lose the House or the Senate, it's pretty much game over on any reconciliation bills, which is driving them to get another reconciliation bill done between now and pretty much the midterm elections, or get some significant pieces of legislation on the table so that they can show the people, hey, check out Americans, look what we're doing right now. This is what we're currently working on, and this is what we're going to get done before the midterm elections. Again, Democrats recognize just as much as we do. Anything could happen with the midterm elections again, but the deal is they recognize this. And they also know, according to some people out there, as far as Elizabeth Warren, she was just out a few days ago talking about how Democrats got to do something big here going forward before the midterm elections. Bernie Sanders has made it very clear, some big Democrats out there, and of course, Bernie Sanders and independents have been out there very clearly, laying it all out, saying Democrats need to deliver for the people before the midterm elections. Otherwise, it's pretty much game over for them and their power in the House, the Senate, and the presidency. We have a few more years to go on that. When it comes down to stimulus checks, absolutely this could still be coming. As a result, number one, the federal student loan, the $373 billion that will essentially be wiped off the table. And with that being said, we're asking for $100 billion. They are doing nearly 4 times that, just under $400 billion. The president could issue stimulus checks through executive order if he just decided to do so. If there was any issue trying to get it through Congress, he could probably do that. Again, the reconciliation bill, they can add stimulus checks in there if they just desire to do so. Next, we also understand the midterm elections are coming up, and they want to get reconciliation bill done before the August recess. As well as Democrats understand right now, they got to do something to deliver to the people, all of these different pieces of the puzzle coming together to paint a pretty interesting picture.